Everyone good?
Yep.
All right, so listen, tip my cap to Santa Clara. That's a really good volleyball team. They came in here, they served really, really well. Put us in a tough situation on the first touch and obviously dictated the terms for most of the match. Proud of the kids. We battled back in every game. Game one we had opportunities after being down big. Game two, chance to come back and win the set. Ball drops between two freshmen. Life happens. Move on. Game three, I thought Santa Clara just executed a little bit better than we did. So I think, I tell the team all the time, you can never really get it back. You got to prepare the right way. We got to get better. We got to get back in the lab, get better at serve and pass. I thought Santa Clara played great, though. I think that's a good volleyball team and shows us some of the weaknesses. Early in the season with the new team, you're trying to figure out the puzzles and figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. So we'll make some adjustments. We got a big weekend coming up with 3 really good teams coming in, and the schedule gets harder and harder as we go. So on the macro, I would say 3-1 on the weekend. Pleased with the fact we won more than we lost. You want to win every match that you play, but that's not going to be a reality for this squad for the whole year. There's going to be nights that we don't play as well. So that being said, I'll take questions.
So you guys kind of rolled through your first 3 games of the weekend, facing a tougher opponent. Did that really kind of expose anything that you want to fix moving forward more so than earlier in the weekend?
I think so. I mean, the game is predicated so much on serving and passing, and for the most part, that's a really good group of kids who serve the ball really tough, and we just struggled with the first touch. So, Kendall had a great night last night, not quite as good tonight. I thought Bree had a great night last night, not quite as good tonight. It's tough to get Daisha the ball and Jackie the ball when we don't pass the ball real well. And they just have a high volleyball IQ. They're well coached. Erin's a great girl and did a great job at Stanford. She's doing a great job with that program. And I got to do a better job of getting the group ready. I mean, we had a couple weeks to get them ready. I thought we had done some nice things, and the journey continues.
How much did miscommunication play into tonight's loss?
I think some of it. I mean, when you play matches, the more you play together in certain lineups, the more comfortable you'll be with other people. And again, that's another new lineup tonight. So we tried something new. We were in a 5-1 with Emily for a while. We brought in Cameron in a different role. And as we go through the season, we're going to be asking a lot of people to try a lot of different stuff, and then hopefully we find something that we can stick to. But it's the preseason, man. I think that's again, I go back to it. I think you want to win every match, but it's a challenge for sure.
Can you talk about being in the new stadium? This is my first match covering in
sure.
this stadium, so can you talk about the difference now playing in this beautiful new Wilkinson
Yeah,
Hall?
no, it's great. I thought that, it's got the potential to be one of the coolest places in the country to play. I thought the crowd was great tonight, and the energy is going to be good. I know it's, even last night when you have, a really good crowd, we know it's Labor Day weekend. We know football team, again, congrats to them. Great day today for them. But football game in Indy, soccer was at the same time. I think the crowds we've had, the support we have is going to be fun. And it's our responsibility to keep getting better. But this is going to be as fun as it gets in terms of a place to play. And we certainly appreciate the support.
What does this week of practice look like? Does anything change ahead of next weekend's matches?
Yeah, it'll be challenging for the team. I think I've got some ideas. And, it's, again, you don't have any data unless you play matches. You don't know what you're not good at until you play matches. When you play against each other all the time, you think you've got some things figured out. But you play, you've been doing it as long as I have. You get back, you watch the film, you talk to the kids, you keep going. All those kids want to win. They want to play hard. It's a great group. So, you take your lumps. And like I said, you can't. We have so many matches ahead of us. I'm not a guy who pouts. I thought that they did some really good things tonight. I thought we battled. And clearly, the team, I think, is vastly improved. We're doing some good things. But we've got to get back in the gym and work pretty hard. And next weekend's a challenge. There's some really good teams coming in here.
How difficult was it going against Santa Clara's serve?
Tough. I don't know how many serve receive reps you've had, but when the ball's coming at you and knuckling like Major League Baseball, it's a challenge. And we pass with a lot of young people, and those young people had a tough night. And experience is what you get right after you needed it, and a lot of these kids just need experience, man. We got some kids in key roles. We got a libero who's a freshman, a setter who's a freshman, an outside hitter who's a sophomore. In her 4th match as a sophomore with Bree, and they're going to get better in time. They just need time.
Throughout the match, you talked about how maybe they were lacking some energy, lacking some enthusiasm. Who do you turn to when you need like a pickup from the team?
I think that's to be determined. We don't have a captain, and that's by design. I'm in my 2nd year, 18th month. We don't have a captain yet. I think we're getting closer with some people, but we have to have someone on the team who's able to say, hey, listen, calm it down, get me the ball, I'll take care of it. You know, a lot of the key roles on the team right now that we have are young people that are learning. And the captaincy for me, there's a lot more to it than just being a good volleyball player. So that's the first time this year with this group, obviously only our 4th match, but we got smacked pretty good. And I think they were a little shell-shocked early that the other team was going to be competitive, but that's, I mean, the nature of the beast. So.
How much does Santa Clara's program in some ways mirror yours? I mean, they looked like they only were 6-24 last year. They're off to a 4-0 start. You're obviously turning around this program. So how much in some ways, you know, are you guys kind of mirroring?
Yeah, I think it's similar. I mean, she's a lot better looking than I am. You know, I'm a fan of Erin. So, and I've known her a long time, and her sister and the family. I mean, she's great. So, you know, you hate to lose. I don't mind losing to friends. It's one of those things that, you know, I think she's doing a great job. I'm happy for them. Now we want them to win every match for the rest of the year so the RPI stays high, you know. If you're going to lose, you want the other team to be really good. So.
Can you talk a little bit about the freshmen, Emily Fitzner and Haley Armstrong?
Yeah, flashes of what everyone expects of them. They're going to be excellent. And then flashes of young. I mean, we lost game 1 on Emily kind of spacing out a bit, and then we lost game 2 on a ball dropping between the two of them. And then the last ball of the game, you know, Emily trapped Bree, and she hit a young shot. So. The best thing about it is they'll get in the film room, they'll get on the court. They're really good kids. They work really hard. They'll get some stuff fixed. And it's much too early in the year to think that we have any major problems. We just gotta get back in the lab and work.
You talked about the need to tinker along with some lineups this weekend. What's the status of that moving forward? How much do you think you accomplished in that regard?
I think we have a lot more data. We saw a lot of stuff. We saw some kids wear the jersey for the first time. We saw them in front of big environments where, you know, you got the drum line and a lot of fans and the swim team half naked and lots of stuff going on that could be a distraction. So, you know, I think, if you were to tell me to go 3-1, obviously I wanted to go 4-0, but we'll take 3-1. We'll lick our wounds here a little bit, get back there. I got OG and Obi in my office, so I'd like to go hang out with him for a while.
Take one more question if anybody has it, or else.
Got anything planned, Fuji?
I think OG's got stuff planned. My run is long done, so I'm sure he'll have a great night in Bloomington, and I'll go home and tuck the babies in.
Thanks everyone.
Cool.